What is going on, folks? Showing some major changes. If you guys remember, I had a small sword right there, a little oriental. I'm pulling it out, moving it to the small tank. And then I had an oriental there. And then I had, that reminds me, so you guys see this. You won't believe some of the roots on some of this stuff. See if I can pull this out. The water sprite, the roots were so good on the water sprite, it wouldn't let go. Anyway, look at that. Look at the roots on that. It looks terrible above, but man, I'm telling you what, below, man, that's like, oh, you guys can't see it. See if I get that in the picture. Where am I? I am here. Those are roots on that. So there's the plant, there's the roots. But anyway, so this is what I'm doing. Plan is I'm going to let the hair grass crawl all over in the front here. Going to leave that really cool piece of anubias on that driftwood. Took out that sword there, and I'm going to let that's hair grass there as well. So is that. I'm going to leave that sword and some of those plants around it, and I'm going to let that dwarf baby tears, I'm going to let it run up. My water's as cloudy as it's ever been because when I pull this stuff up, it's these roots, you just won't believe it. All right, so here we go. This is one of the oriental swords. You can see the roots on it. Pretty impressive. Let me show you some more. There's one of those. And look at the roots on that. That thing was amazing. Here is, look at the roots. This is, if you remember I had 2 banana plants. I'm moving one over. This is the one that wasn't doing that well. Look at the roots on that one. And those are the roots that didn't break. And then if you look at the roots on this anubias, that's just freaking crazy. I mean, that's just nuts. You can see the roots on that little crip. Roots on this. I mean, a serious root ball. That's going to be a pretty plant in this tank if I do it right. So my anubias is going to be my big plants in the back. This water sprite, I tried to pull it up. That little branch right there. It would not let go. Let me show you. That is the roots on that piece of water sprite. I mean, that didn't break off, right? And you can see where I snapped the twig. You can see where it rooted off of that sprout. Here's the other roots on the other little sword. And, my eyes are kind of open right now. I'm really impressed with the organic dirt. And I'm going to break this glasso up and pull it in bunches and plant it in little sprigs, see how that goes. This is Eco Complete. It's about the best stuff you can get that I know of without doing dirt. That's insane, right? I mean, look, that's crazy. I could probably break those off and start another. That's nuts. That's going to be a gorgeous plant. I'm going to trim that down some. I'll trim these pieces off that have the algae. But if you look on the underside of that, that's just, look how pretty that leaf is. That's just a really pretty plant. Anyway, so this is all going on. And I got enough plants here. There's another little sword I got going on. Look at the roots. The roots are bigger than the plant. I mean, that's crazy. All right, so everybody's been telling me, I've been getting all these complaints. Move it, move it, move it. You got to move it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull this up. It's the first time I've moved it since I planted this tank back in June. And we're going to see what we got down here. Let me get this under here so you guys can see. Got it on the camera. I'm a little nervous to do this. Wow. Dude, it feels like a rock under there. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I hope my tank doesn't leak after I do this. That is amazing. You're gonna see it here in just a minute. Oh my goodness. I mean, it feels like a baseball down there. And it's got all kinds of little roots on it. I'm not real crazy about moving this. but it needs to go. So here we go. I'm just trying to... The good thing is, under the sand I have fluorite. Look at her. You see her? She's just queen of the tank. She pops my hand every now and then. She's like, what are you doing? Anyway. She's Queen Sheba. And look at the roots. See the roots coming out. This is on the... Look at that. So we got more roots coming. Wow. I can promise you it wasn't like that when I planted this. That is crazy. Alright, here we go. Look at there. That is the roots on the lace plant. And I'm going to just try to pull it through here. Pull these leaves through here. If you can believe. Let me get this out so you guys kind of get a better view. You can believe that. That's insane. And this thing was really small when I got it. So I mean, I got handed it to Dustin. If you're doing low tech, I mean, you don't see. Anyway, I don't know. That's crazy. That is crazy. I almost wonder if I could. There's a bulb under there somewhere. Yeah, let's see the bulb. If you guys can see it. Oh, sorry, I'm doing a terrible job videoing. There's the roots on the... So anyway, I got a complaint. You know, why is that big freaking plant in the front? I'm like, well, because it wasn't a big freaking plant when I got it. And then it got dirt and the story. I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna bury it, and I hope I don't cut this video off. And then this will totally change the dynamics of the tank, I'm sure. Just to give you guys an idea, if you can see how long this is. My tank, I mean, it's like, okay, it's halfway. So if you look at this cross beam, that's 2 feet. So there's leaves that are going past 2 feet. You can see it to the glass, which is crazy. Anyway, I'm going to put it right in this spot. I'm going to dig it down, and we'll see how we do here. And the way that my gravel is I just stick it to the fluorite, and then I let it dig for the dirt. And as you can see, it doesn't kick up too much that way. So I still get the benefit of the organic dirt that Dustin craves about. And then this is moving it to the middle of the tank. Actually the back middle. And it should totally change the dynamics of here. And it just leaves a crater in the front there. And I'm going to move this guy to here. This guy's got roots like you would not believe. And I just broke a bunch of them. But it is what it is. You can see my it's fluorite under the sand kicking up. But I'm going to try to do that. And that'll give me more. It'll hopefully make the tank look deeper. And that's what I'm doing. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I got a lot of work to do. I'm going to post this tonight just so you guys see what's going on. And a lot of these leaves, like, just so you guys know, if you see a leaf like that, you see that? It's kind of got the algae on it in the dark. And you can see how I see my hand underneath it. I just pull them. So watch this. It'll just come right out. Yep, just snaps. So you can see how it's just starting to let go. But those are when and actually it's got a little bit too much algae on it, which is another sign. I either need to cut down the lights or give it more carbon. But you guys, thanks for watching. We're hitting the 10-minute mark, so I need to, but I got to get water back in here and get my filters going. So these guys are okay. And then I'm going to get these guys here all planted, figure out escape for this. And I'm just going to go with plants and see how it goes. And we'll see. I'm hoping this is going to do well in here. But thanks for watching, guys. And there's a new tank. Got to get it going. And I'll post this tonight so you guys can see it. And then hopefully tomorrow I'll have a video of both tanks running with plants and lights. And the world will be a better place. But this really opens that up. You can see it's kind of clear right now. But it's really going to give it a lot more depth. Plants in the back. The driftwood's going to kind of be a barrier. And I'm going to have really good foreground plants running. Is the hope. But anyway, thanks. Good advice on the lace plan. And I think the roots kind of showed you why I wasn't excited about moving it. Definitely a good call. And I'm sorry I didn't credit who told me that recently, but I've been dinged on it several times, so definitely needed to happen. But thanks, guys. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep it real. Later.